arrived here, Montego Bay, and this is the airport. When you get out of here, there's all these buses waiting. They'll take you to Negril for $25 per person. But if you go outside of the airport, it should be cheaper. Both now outside of the airport. He's waiting here, but don't take it from here. It's too expensive. Let's go. Found the cheap option. Is right. You go to the departure gate. Oh, this bus is blocking me. But don't go to the arrival, but go to the departure right here, and then there's a bus stop, and we will find out how much the bus costs. Okay, here's 5 man, and then get that too. Thank you. Colvin, do you know how you can tell like a route taxi like this one you're driving and like the normal taxis, or do they just all look the same?
Alright, the route taxi, on the red plate, like on the license plate.
Oh, okay.
And then you see your checkers on the outside.
Oh, okay.
On the car.
Yeah.
You know it's a road taxi.
Okay. So now we're coming into Montego Bay, downtown. Once you get into downtown Montego Bay, I would suggest you do 3 things. 1 is get some food. 2 is exchange your money. And the last thing I would suggest is getting a SIM card from Digicel. Alright, let's talk about money. So in Jamaica, they accept US dollars and Jamaican dollars. US dollars, $1 in June of 2022 is equivalent to about 150 Jamaican dollars. At the exchange, they'll usually give you 145 the rate, and if you go to restaurants you pay with US dollars, they'll usually give you 140. So it's better to exchange it to Jamaican dollars and pay that way. Yeah, and it's better to have like these smaller bills if you're taking route taxis, and just have the exact change ready to pay the driver, because sometimes they don't have change back. Yeah, it's better to have these smaller bills than big bills because not everybody can break them. So go through this way and that way. That's the bus terminal. This is where all the taxis are unloading, and they're waiting for a queue to leave from over there. You're gonna find lots of food options right next to the route taxi terminal. If you want a sit-down place, I suggest this place, Juicy Barnett Street. It's a patty shop, which is right next to the terminal as well. Some peanut porridge. All these different stands. Oh, yeah.
Can I ask you for another plastic bag?
This is where the buses are heading out. If you're trying to catch one, try to catch one over here. Otherwise, you're waiting for a long time. Okay, so this is a way to visualize the trip that we took. So basically, from the airport, we went to Montego Bay downtown, and that cost us 225 Jamaican dollars per person. Once we're there, then we went to the route taxi terminal. And the route taxi, there's no direct one that can go from Montego Bay to Negril. You always have to switch at Lucy. So there's going to be one that goes to Lucy, and that costs about 300 Jamaican dollars per person. That is the foreigner rate. When you see the locals, they're usually paying about 200 Jamaican dollars per person. And then from Lucy to Negril, that is going to be another 300 Jamaican dollars. And then finally from Negril to West End, that's about $300. Sorry, should be $150. So all this price is per person, and all in all, it adds up to about 1,200 Jamaican dollars, which is about 10 US dollars per person. And this total journey will take you about 3.5 hours. It's about 1.5 hour or 1 hour from Montego Bay to Lucy, and then another 1 to 1.5 hour to Negril. And then the route from airport to downtown is very short, like 10 minutes. Same thing from Negril to West End. So if you do it this way, you're saving about 15 US dollars. as opposed to the terminals. The terminal buses from the airport, it'll take you directly to wherever it is that you are staying, and that costs you about 25 US dollars per person. So in the end, it's really up to you. I would suggest you always make sure to confirm with the bus driver the exact rates before leaving and having exact change. When they're unloading you at Lucy, there's going to be multiple drivers kind of like arguing for your business. Just make sure you hold on to your bag. Don't give anybody your bag because they're just going to throw it in the car and then you're just kind of forced to go with them. Our bag is here and it's not closed. It's the transfer at Lucy, and in terms of accommodation, we booked our hotel on the west end. This is a place called Catch a Falling Star. It shares a common entrance to Ivan's, which is the restaurant on site. It's overlooking the cliff. We got a small bedroom right underneath the stairs. It doesn't have any views, but it was a great place to kind of catch some Z's after a long day of relaxation. The price we paid for this hotel was about 500 Canadian dollars for two people combined for 7 days, which we think is a really great deal. Here is us going for a walk around the property. This is what it looks like. This is the restaurant Ivan's. The day we arrived, there's very choppy water, so we couldn't actually go inside. But typically, this water will be much calmer, and you can actually swim and cliff dive over here. This first day that we arrived, we got in kind of late, around probably 4 or even 5 p.m. So we just decided to take it easy, walk around the property, check out the hotel and restaurant. So like I said, the restaurant and the hotel are connected, and there is a garden section before you can hit this cliff. And basically, when the water is not choppy, it's really nice to jump in here for a dip. You can even swim from this restaurant to Rick's Cafe, which is famous. If you have snorkels or if you're a good swimmer, it's basically that's what we did on one of the days. That was a really good way to explore the cliffside. In terms of accommodations, on the west end, a lot of the properties are similar to this. It will be facing the cliff, getting a lot of wind, which is kind of what you want because it's really hot in Jamaica, especially in the summer month. So it's nice to have a breeze rolling in. And then there will be ladders going down to the cliffside so you can dip in and take a swim. For most of the hotels, they'll have a restaurant attached, so you don't actually have to stay there in order to enjoy their amenities. You kind of just have to buy a lunch or dinner and you can like stay there for as long as you want. This first day that we arrived, because we got in so late, we didn't really get to do much exploring other than just walking around the hotel. Which is also very interesting because of the situation of where it is located. If I were to choose between a hotel here on West End versus one on the beach, I would definitely choose the one on the West End, just because it's a little bit more secluded, there's less of a crowd, and you have a way better view, in my opinion, than the beach side. The only downside to this hotel, I would say, is the internet. We couldn't really get good reception from anywhere except the restaurant area, which was not a big deal to us because we already picked up SIM cards. My girlfriend actually had to work, so she relied on the internet to work. And the dinner, I would say avoid because it's really expensive for what it is, and your lunch options at this restaurant are way better, in my opinion. There's a small bodega or grocery store right outside of the hotel where you can pick up supplies if you need it. But other than that, there's not much else around this area. So if you were to stay anywhere in the West End, I would suggest renting a scooter, which is exactly what we did on the second day. This hotel came with 24/7 gated security. And there was also a parking lot, so if you were to rent a car or rent a scooter, you can park it here for free without worrying about getting stolen. That's the front door right there. We are now Rick's Cafe, famous for cliff diving.
Right now, 5 drinks. We need 5 drinks right now.
Rick's Cafe is a famous attraction in Negril and 7 Mile Beach area. Typically around 3 p.m. the big catamarans will bring people here, and so that would be the busiest time to come if you're looking for a party. But if you're actually trying to go cliff diving, the best time to come is in the morning, because at that time there's no lineup and you can just dive to your heart's content. Entrance to Rick's Cafe is actually free. There is a security check at the beginning. You're not allowed to bring any food or water into the facility, because I'm assuming they want you to buy drinks and food. Drinks are alright here, but I wouldn't get the food, as kind of a bit expensive. This is also a great place to catch the sunset, or just anywhere in the West End. So we just left Rick's Bar, and now we are walking along the road, going back to that jerk chicken place that's just outside Rick's Bar. It smells so good. It is $1,000 for a quarter jerk chicken. Oh, that smells so good.
What was that you guys want?
Sorry?
What was that? I have fish.
Hi, good. How are you?
We probably should bring masks.
Do we? Why? Yeah.
Get the security in that shit, man. Hell's wrong with you? Run around.
Okay.
Oh, you're videoing her.
I'm videoing her. I'll get you too, my guy.
I will take the shot.
Okay, let's go. So we're going to go find Charmin.
Charmin.
Charmaine. Charmaine. No, I'm pretty sure it was Charmin.
Charmaine.
Anyways, we're gonna rent a scooter from her today. She said she's gonna be here at 11. We don't know if she will actually be there. Now it is 10:44, and you gotta just walk on the side of the road here. Yeah, where is she? She's there?
Wait. Not here yet, but you can just go to her sister, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa's bar.
Yeah.
It's right up behind.
Yeah, we saw her yesterday.
Okay,
Thank you though.
okay.
Alright, take care.
Oh my god, let's go talk. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. See, I told you it's Charmin. It's not Charmaine.
Charmaine.
Get out of here.
Exactly what he said. Jesus.
Oh, is that what he said? Charmaine. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna rent a scooter from her, and then
I thought you're pretty white.
shut up. And we're gonna go to Negril
You're so
to pick up
stupid.
some food and groceries, and then we'll go from there. Oh, this looks awesome. Okay, so there's a scooter rental place called Tykes that's right outside of Catch a Falling Star. And so we're gonna rent some scooters here. Got some really good rates. And this is the one that we're gonna get. This is my man Jay.
Yeah, man.
How's it going?
I'm here, man.
All right. So we knew we wanted to rent a scooter while we were on the island, and I did some research ahead of time, but all the rental places did not have any sort of like online presence in terms of Google reviews or Google Maps reviews, and nobody really picks up the phone either. So we're kind of lucky because this place called Tykes Bike Rentals is right outside our hotel by Catch a Falling Star. It's not always open during non-peak seasons, so that's why I put the contact of Jay here on the screen, so you can contact him directly and he'll sort you out. This is a scooter that we got. Is kind of beat up, but we paid a cheaper price because of it. The normal rate for a scooter is $40 a day, and so we haggled down to 25 per day for this shitty one. But it did the job. The speedometer was broken, but it didn't really matter to us. There's a lot of scratches already. You're not gonna be like really sticky about the scratches here, right?
No.
Like it already has scratches.
Scratches. It's just no new ones.
Yeah, of course. In terms of the traffic situation, downtown Negril is about 10 minutes away from West End by scooter, and there's just really only one main road that leads into it. It's just along the coast. Everybody drives here on the left. There's lots of potholes, so you gotta make sure to be careful when you're riding your scooter, and people drive really fast as well. So if you're not used to driving a scooter, definitely be careful. We had lots of people warn us about riding a scooter in these conditions, but if you've ridden scooters before, I don't think it's the big issue, or if you know how to ride a motorcycle. This is an aerial view of downtown Negril. It's very compact. The Scotiabank is right here on the corner, and around the right of the Scotiabank is a really good restaurant called Seven View. We finally got our fish after 10 million years later, but it's very hot. Right here is the taxi terminal. So you're going to be dropped off here if you took the route taxi. And here is a grocery store, and here's another grocery store. There's a pharmacy here, and this town itself, it's just very small. This is basically it for downtown. We're in the town of Negril, and the Scotiabank is right there, and then this will be the supermarket, which is also across the street from the Burger King. Oh, nice AC. What are the prices like? Per pound, $2.40. Is that cheaper than outside? I think outside it's cheaper. This is salted fish. I don't know if we can eat it raw like that. So the prices for the grocery store is actually a lot higher than we expected. I guess because Jamaica is an island, they have to import a lot of things, so it's not as cheap as we thought. In terms of produce and fruits, it's better to just buy them from the street vendors outside. Remember, you can always haggle the price.
And are these like already ready?
So just across from the other supermarket over there is a Chinese supermarket. This is the famous Blue Mountain coffee. So this 8-ounce cost. Parked our motorcycle here, bought all these groceries, and now we're gonna go back. If you continue along the main route, going past downtown, you're gonna get to a roundabout, and it splits into two. If you go to the left, it's gonna follow the coast and take you to 7 Mile Beach. If you go to the right, there's a gas station, and this is also the direction you go for Mayfields, which is the waterfall. If you are craving Jamaican patties, there's also a place right here.
Beef patty? Oh, it's really hot. It's very hot.
Very hot. Don't burn yourself. What's your mom?
It's really good.
And right beside this plaza, there's also fruit vendors selling watermelons, coconuts, pineapples, all that sort of stuff. Watermelon at the time of June 2022 cost about 100 Jamaican dollars per pound. Just before we head out of downtown Negril, I wanted to point out one hidden gem. By the gas station here, if you turn right and go up north into the town, you're gonna find yourself by a restaurant called Uptown Restaurant. Prices for the breakfast. We got the salt fish and callaloo. 600, right?
Yeah, 600. And then he said give us a little bit of everything.
So what we got? We got bananas, What is this?
Chicken.
Chicken?
So we got like a little bit of everything.
Callaloo? And what is this? What is
Fried dumplings.
Fried dumplings.
Oh.
Nice.
It's flour.
Perfect.
That is a dashin.
Mhm.
This one
Yeah, it's dashin.
is like a.
Uptown Restaurant Bar. Thumbs up. We finally made it to Bloody Bay. We're walking along Bloody Bay right now, and we're gonna go find a spot to sit down and go try some snorkeling. So Bloody Bay is pretty far north in terms of on the 7 Mile beach. We picked this area because I wanted to do some snorkeling. So along the coast here there's vendors, but I suggest you buy them any sort of souvenir from in town at the roundabout, because I think the prices might be cheaper there. We just basically walked around the beach and kind of hopped from all-inclusive resort to all-inclusive resort, because the security on the beach is actually quite lax. You can just sort of walk in. Some resorts have a wristband, but nobody really checks, and so we were able to use their facility kind of just by sneaking in. Oh yeah. 有意思吗?
Yeah, this is fun. I like this.
把你那个水都出来了。我们的 coconut, eat it Jamaican way, no straw. Curry goats.
Give me my phone. Let me Google it.
This is called Aki. So it's got like a very neutral taste. The one we got in town tastes like more bitter, but this one tastes not bad. Really nice folks, and they allowed us to pick mangoes over there. Yay us! An avocado tree.
In Colombia.
After the beach, we went and rode our scooter back to West End to check out Murphy's, which is a highly reviewed restaurant near the lighthouse. Lobster season was over when we arrived in June, so instead what we got was the seafood medley. This was 3,000 Jamaican dollars. It was kind of overpriced for what it is. The next day we decided to ride our scooter about an hour and a half to go to a waterfall called Mayfields, and this is one of the highlights of the trip. You're gonna see this sign, restaurant and bar, and this is where to pull in. Really great fried chicken, and it's right next to a Texaco, so that's how you know Texaco is literally next door. Oh, okay, well it's not next door, just around this bend there's a Texaco. $600 for medium chicken. Wow, that looks great.
Oh, yeah.
All done. How was it? We're getting some water from inside our scooter. This is where we parked our scooter over there, and now we're going to go to reception and check in here. She got stung by a bee. And then this is our guy Lester. He's gonna get some turmeric for her.
So I just
Rub it out?
Yes, fresh from the ground, you know, antibiotic.
I have to give a big shout to our guide Lester. He's just super friendly and knowledgeable about the area, and he will also take care of your electronics and help you take photos as you're on this adventure. The whole tour takes about an hour and a half, and we didn't feel rushed at all. We were like kind of going at our own pace. Of course, we went during dead season where there weren't that many people. The other thing is that there's two waterfalls near Negril. We went to Mayfields, which is the more adventurous of the two. The other waterfall is YS Falls. It's a bit of a farther drive, and you can't really climb the waterfall like we're doing here. So to get down to the waterfall, you're going to walk about 10 minutes downhill through this wooded area. Lester is going to explain to you some of the flora and fauna in the area. You have to walk through this rickety bamboo shoot bridge to get to the other side, and then that's when the real adventure begins. Yeah.
Water, lots of mineral in the water, so at first you get.
They also have lockers at the reception area if you don't have a waterproof bag, but we did, so we just brought that. It also kind of acted as a life jacket because it was filled with air. You do need water shoes for this climb. If you do not have any, they rent them out in the office, I think for $7 US. If you have your own, it's better to just bring them. So this is not like super intense, but you definitely need some cardio and swimming ability to do this. If you're going to this place, I would suggest packing some bug repellent. It's really cool in the water, so you don't need sunblock at all. Plus the sunblock will probably just get washed out as you are swimming the waterfall.
You can stand.
There's multiple spots along the tour where you can just sit down, relax, and have the water accent as a jacuzzi. It's super relaxing lying down like this. There's also some adventurous spots like this fallen branch, which you can walk tightrope across to get to the other side.
Hold it, he's getting a photo.
Oh, watch the phone.
That's a nice one.
There are also some extensive cave systems where you can dive down and kind of swim around underneath the waterfall. Lester will typically show you where they are and show you some secret spots as well.
Okay, she got it. There we go. You want to go again? Can we go again?
Yes, man.
Oh, it's so fun.
Hey.
That's okay, I got it.
We're gonna swim.
Oh, we're gonna swim.
This is swimming.
Oh my god.
All right here. Rock. I saw you, but you do it quickly. If you come out, there's big rock at the front. You could stand up on the rock, and we can see you, and then you just lower your body and slowly down. You could walk it down, but you do it a little bit quick.
I swim out.
Yeah, but
No, he didn't go all the way there. He got scared.
I saw you, but you could go more.
Oh, you could go more? I didn't know. You got it. There's more on the left side. You okay?
Hey, hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold it, man.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
You see some pineapples here. And we're coming back to the start of the tour.
Yes.
Shy lady. Whoa.
Touch a little harder than that.
It closes by itself.
Yeah.
So what you do, just touch, remove your hand so
Yeah.
you see when the whole thing goes down.
Wow. That's really cool.
In
Why
the
does it
older-
do that?
In the older
This is the entrance of the waterfall, Mayfields. And you're gonna come in on like rocks like this for about maybe a kilometer or something. And then you're gonna reach the gatehouse here. This is where you check in. It's $20 entrance fee, and then you can rent the water shoes for $7. One of the guys would take you, and you'll be going down that way. It's really beautiful. So on the way back, we were greeted with the same wonderful view going up and down the mountains. It's a very precarious road with only one way on both sides. It's very narrow, so you gotta beep around every corner just to make sure nobody's coming on the other side. There were a lot of fruits just growing along the side of the road that we were able to pick up. Picked up a bunch of mangoes and a giant jackfruit, which we brought back to our hotel and asked one of the kitchen ladies to help us kind of disassemble it right here. Look at this big one. Look, it's the size of my head. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Pick it up like that.
Oh yeah.
And then you just separate it.
Oh, that looks so good. I want
Yeah.
to try one. Can you try one? Huh? Sorry.
Yeah. I know. I know.
Thank you.
Don't worry. Got it.
It's good.
Good.
没有那么甜，应该是你喜欢的。
是吗？
Okay, look, so we just peeled it from this big jackfruit, yielded this much fruit, and then this much seeds, and then we're gonna boil these seeds and then eat it later. Good. After Mayfields, we decided to head back, and we passed by this place called Little John and got some food in this town. The town itself is non-touristic at all. You're like kind of in the heart of Jamaica. It seems to be a school district. There were many school children from different schools walking about with different uniforms. We sat here and ate, and you can also kind of see the different cars that are driving by. There's lots of route taxis. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, you will know they're a route taxi by the checker pattern on the side of the door. They will have a red license plate, and right below the checker pattern like this car here, it will actually say the route they're driving. Yeah, so Little John is a nice little stop to kind of get some local Jamaican food and in a non-touristic part of Jamaica. The next day, we decided to take it easy and go for some snorkeling. This is a place called Rockhouse Hotel. It's a hotel and restaurant overlooking the cliffs by West End. It's about 5 minutes away from Catch a Falling Star, where we are staying with the motorbike. And I'll let the video speak for itself. The water just super calm, turquoise blue, just very, very nice and relaxing environment. If you are into snorkeling or relaxation, this is the place to be. I'm told there's also like a massive underground cave system that you can explore by swimming, but we didn't really get the chance to check it out while we were there. If you do not live in West End, it looks like there's also glass bottom boats that can bring you here from perhaps 7 Mile Beach. The restaurant also has a free stand-up paddleboard that we got to use. So you can kind of go out a little bit farther than you would normally if you were swimming. The whole section of this area is sectioned off by buoys, so you won't really ever get too far. And there's very calm waters. Because of the way it's situated here along the cliffs, the water here is way calmer than other places that we've been on the West End. So this is the Rockhouse restaurant and cafe, and we're gonna snorkel here. There's a sup down here that we can use as well.
There's a lot of sea urchins here, and Jay is gonna catch our lunch. Lunch is served.
This is our spot for the day. It's right next to the restaurant, and there's lots of corals. Very calm water here. Got to use the sup. There's Shiro over there. Take a look. We rented the snorkel gear for $6 for the whole day. What a deal. Babe, here. It's our lunch today. This burger plus fries was $15. Worth it?
Yes.
Into the water we go. The next day was another beach day. We went back to 7 Mile Beach, this time at a section called Long Beach. And we quickly found out that the public parking cost $2 US. Instead, we just kind of pulled into a side entrance and met a very interesting fellow named Dr. Love. He has this section of the beach kind of devoted to, I guess, his home. He's got a bunch of wood carvings around here. Just a really cool dude. And we wanted to rent a kayak, and luckily we just kind of met a fisherman who was just coming back from his fishing trip, I guess. So he had 2 lobsters which he sold to us, and we just grilled them right there on the beach. Nail, huh? Nice. 나 이거 따로 看一下 然后放这里 好吃吗? Jerk sauce is good.
Yeah.
Oh, we picked this thing clean. Really good jerk sauce. So from Long Beach, we kayaked over to this small island called Booby Cay. I think it took us about an hour. And there is lots of boats docking around this island for day excursions. We paid $30 US for the fisherman's boat for the whole day. And I think that was a really good deal, even though it was kind of like broken down. We made do. and got to the island, and then a storm came down. Storm coming down. So we're taking some shelter here on the island. The island itself is quite small, and it's actually very close to the main island of Jamaica. I think if you're a strong swimmer, you don't even need a boat necessarily. You can probably just swim over. The boat ride from the main island to here is probably less than 5 minutes with one of these motorized boats.
Water out of yeah.
One fish.
We blew all of his water out. Okay, this is Jay's first catch of the day. Okay, that's open. Okay, moment of truth.
Does this one have any juice?
Yeah.